Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lay and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my peaceful meadow. This is my second Disney Dreamlight Valley tour. I've done a tour of my plaza.
Cute and fluffy, like Stitch.
If you're interested in seeing that, without further ado, let's get started. Oh my god, hi Wally. Okay, so we'll start by looking from sort of an overview to get the full layout. If you watched my plaza tour, I said that I was going for sort of a park vibe, and I kind of went for the same thing here, except whereas my plaza has a lot more like structure and clean straight lines, I really wanted my peaceful meadow to look park-ish, but very natural at the same time. So here it is from above. I had this brick pathing, which is a continuation of the pathing that I have on the plaza. That brick path takes you all the way down to the beach, and then it does also on this side and this side take you off into the more natural areas of the peaceful meadow. Over here I have a little bit of a farmer's market type area, very natural areas here and here. And for the villager houses that I have, Donald in the pond right here, I have Goofy right here, Minnie here, Wally right here, and I have Merlin all the way over here in the corner. As you can see, I have a ton of trees in this build. I really just went wild with the trees and the bushes, and I really kind of wanted to use them to sort of limit your line of sight. So when you looked out across the peaceful meadow, I really wanted it to look very like closed in and cozy instead of like super open and being able to see all the way across. Now for the walking tour. So we'll come down here first. Hello. This is the area that is sort of the farmer's market area. I kind of was going for a little bit of a fall-ish vibe with the peaceful meadow as a whole. So I do have a lot of like the pumpkins and the hay and the autumnal colors of the underbrush there to kind of emphasize that fall. I do have a little pumpkin patch right here. And I kind of just wanted this to be a cozy spot for people to hang out, get a cup of coffee, etc. I do also have Goofy's stall over here, which is a very convenient location for me. As you walk this way, it leads you straight into Wally's garden, and when you walk out through this trellis, you get straight to his house. Now, what I did here is I added a sort of little junkyard area. So I kind of imagined that Wally would like to collect things that he found either in his own realm or in the valley, and he would set them up over here so that he could admire all of his treasures. I'm gonna come back now over to this side, so we will get over there on the other side of Wally's house in a minute, but let's kind of start over here. For this part of the build, I was very much inspired by Central Park. So there's benches right here on this side of the tree. I did put Kristoff's stall and some other little items to kind of decorate his stall over here. It's very natural over here on this side with just lots of trees and bushes and rocks. So a fun story about this area, I started working on this part when Mirabelle had already been announced but hadn't yet been added to the game. So my original plan was to put Minnie Casita in this corner, and I had a really cute plan where, oh my god, it's going to be really hard to see with all the trees, but I had a really cute plan where I was going to open up the path right here and have like a little stepping stone path to get to the house, and the house was going to kind of be off and like secluded in the corner with trees all the way surrounding. But if you have unlocked Mirabelle, you know that Minnie Casita is actually giant. So when I went in to put this house in this area, it was just really too big, and I just wasn't a huge fan of how it looked in this area after all. So for now, I'm leaving this area just trees and rocks and stuff like that, but I do eventually want to add a house in this corner once we start unlocking more characters. But for now, I do really like the way that it looks, just natural. As you walk over here, you continue on into another seating area with a picnic that is more accessible from the other side, but we'll look at that in just a minute. So you can sit here and take a little rest and enjoy the sights of the park. Another thing I want to mention is that when I make my builds, aesthetics is obviously super important to me, but functionality is almost just as important. I try to make it to where I'm still easily able to access all of the things that I might need to access. So I left this part open so that I can easily get all around here if I need to do a little bit of fishing, and it does connect all the way over here. So I want the whole thing to be really walkable, even though I do keep it pretty structured with all of the pathing and like the rocks around the pathing and everything like that. Coming back over here, this is where I have the well. So the well will drop me off right in the middle of everything, which is super convenient. And then as you walk over onto this side, we come to Donald and Goofy's house. I really just loved the idea of them being across the way neighbors. I don't know why, I just thought that seemed really appropriate and really cute. I really love this picnic item and I knew that I needed to have it. I really love the look of it right here. It's just this really cute nestled nook type area surrounded by trees and some of these tall grasses, and I just thought it looked so cozy and peaceful right there. All right, we'll come back around over to the other side. Excuse me, Buzz. We'll head over here to this side, of the main entrance. Minnie's house is right here. And this area is the one that really gave me a ton of grief. I actually tried decorating this on stream over the course of a couple of streams, and I struggled with it so much. I was literally building stuff and then tearing it down, and then building stuff and then tearing it down. My main struggle was that, like I said at the beginning, I kind of wanted to keep this area pretty natural and open and not too filled up with stuff. At the same time, I didn't want to just leave it flat. And so finding that like balance between it looking natural and open, my gosh, it was so difficult. But I really think that I'm happy with the way that it ended up. So over here, you can see the pathing turns into the asphalt pathing. It's a lot more like unfinished. I don't have the rock paths surrounding it. This area also connects to the farmer's market. So if you wanted to get to it through this way, you can get to it that way as well. I did set up a little chair right here for whoever wants to sit in front of the pond and maybe do a spot of fishing. And then we have the asphalt and all of the natural kind of areas over here. I added a lot of the butterfly grass, these purple flowers, as well as this item, which is the what is it called? Peaceful Meadow greenery item, which I find super versatile, and I really like how it adds in like a lot of visual interest to the area. So coming back over here is like a small little park area. I've got the raspberry bushes, the bench, and the fountain. If you come through this area, this is another little kind of natural, cozy little nook. And I really like the idea of just kind of sitting or standing out and looking out over the Glade of Trust from this area. I think it looks really pretty. I also really fell in love with the meadow grass item, this little purpley looking grass right here. I think it's such a cute way to add a little bit of visual interest into areas that you still want to keep looking pretty natural and open. So I'm a huge fan of that item, and I incorporated it quite a bit into this build. All right, so coming back over in this direction, this is what it looks like when you're coming down from the plaza into the peaceful meadow. The stone cluster items kind of guide you in different directions. So you can take these over to the left-hand side to get to Minnie's house, etc. Or you could take it over to the right-hand side and get to one of my very favorite parts of this. So this path takes you over into Merlin's house. I really wanted his house to be kind of nestled out and secluded in the forest and kind of hidden by a lot of trees and naturey items. So there's his house. And this little meadowy path takes you over into the pillar. Now, I gotta be honest with you, the inspiration for this area was, if you've seen Twilight, that meadow that Bella and Edward always go to. That is the vibe that I was going for with this area right here. And I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. The tall grass items, the trees. I just feel like it has such kind of a magical and whimsical and natural vibe over in this part of the Peaceful Meadow. And I'm like, honestly, really proud of the way this one came out. So yeah, that is my Peaceful Meadow. My next plan is to work on the Forest of Valor, which I'm really, really excited about because that is honestly my favorite biome. I think that it is so pretty and so lush. I'm also gonna try to do a few speed build videos, so let me know if that's something that you would be interested in seeing as well. Let's take it to cinematic mode. Well, that is going to be it for the tour today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so that you don't miss another video from me. I also stream this game on Twitch, so you can check me out on my Twitch channel where I stream a lot of dailies and doing quests as well as decorating. You can also check me out on TikTok for daily content across a lot of different cozy game topics. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. I love you all very much. Thank you for watching. Bye.